Okay, welcome to the end of the course. This is prepping you for your final exam. We've covered 6 units this trimester. That's a bunch of work. The units you studied were Unit 1, Literature with a Purpose, Unit 2, Symbols and Imagery, Unit 3, Academic Language and Punctuation, Unit 4, Macbeth, Unit 5, Informational Works, and Unit 6, Figurative Language. So for your exam, you're going to have 2 parts. Your final exam, part 1, is going to be 34 multiple choice questions worth 170 points, which is a lot. So take your time, do well. You only have 1 attempt for this multiple choice exam. So take your time, read the passages, etc. You can do those things before you enter the exam if you watch the recording where I send out the reading passages and the writing questions that you have to answer. All right, then you will do part 2, which is 2 short answer questions worth 75 points. Again, quite a bit of points. Make sure that you complete both part 1 and part 2. If you want the documents ahead of time, see the class recording. Okay, so you will have some reading passages to read, analyze, and respond to. It should have been Harrison Bergeron from Unit 1 and also Macbeth, which I've also sent the class Macbeth videos that help break down the play, make it easy. So here is a preview to those questions. You can answer these ahead of time before your final opens. How does Kurt Vonnegut address the concept of equality in Harrison Bergeron? What relationship does Vonnegut's stories show between equality and personal freedom, individual achievement? So, to break this down, basically you're telling me about equality in the story. How does it show that people were equal? Were they equal? Were they free? Could they achieve individually very well? And to each person's ability, etc. So, use at least 2 quotes from the text for direct evidence to support your response. Write a 6 full sentence paragraph. Make sure you explain the quotes that you choose. The second question is about Macbeth. Consider the conflict faced by the protagonist Macbeth in the play Macbeth. Explain this conflict, its development, and how the protagonist deals with it, as well as how the conflict is ultimately resolved. Include 2 examples from the text to support your response. Write a 6 full sentence paragraph. Okay, just a heads up, you may be tempted to do internet research while writing. Don't do plagiarism. If you borrow information from somewhere, make sure you cite the source, give credit to it. Lots of students have taken this class before you, and other students have already tried to plagiarize. And because of that, I'll have students do the exact same paragraphs and try to submit them. Here is one, for example. They'll Google Harrison Bergeron or something with Vonnegut, and this one comes up. It talks about the letter from Birmingham jail as well. I've had multiple students already submit this. Don't do it. It's a big hassle, and most importantly, you cannot retake your final if you plagiarize it. You just lose all those points. It's better to write something that's your own, even if you think it's horrible. You will get more points for that than if you plagiarize. You get 0. So notice which one of these Dropbox assignments stands out. Which one does your eye go to? The red one. That one has been plagiarized. So every teacher, especially me, sees this report before I even check your assignments. It's already run through Turnitin. Before I even open it, I can see which ones are plagiarized. All right, so moving into what's most important for you to complete this writing paragraph, okay? 3 components of a strong, healthy paragraph are to state your idea or main point, so answering the question you're being asked. Then you cite the evidence from the text to support your ideas, and very importantly, explain the evidence. So state your idea, use those keywords from the question that you're being asked, such as the conflict that Macbeth faces is, or Equality is found in the story through something like that. Okay, then add a quote or paraphrase. You can paraphrase and put it in your own words. The only thing is a lot of students will start retelling the story, so make sure that you don't do that. Make sure you are sticking to your main idea, how that paraphrase supports your idea. If you do quote something directly, add quotation marks. Here are some smart sentence starters for you. So in the first paragraph, the author says, the text states, the text describes, for example, the author explains or demonstrates, early in the text, the author, or for instance. Okay, so again, lastly, you're going to explain that evidence. Show how that quote or paraphrase supports your idea. And here are some smart sentence starters for that. This means, this reveals, this illustrates, this highlights the difference between, this demonstrates. You can use one of these or come up with your own. So those are your 3 steps. This is a heavy slide, but it just has all the information on one slide for you. You can pause it here to get all the information if you want. It also has those smart sentence starters for you. All right, good luck on your exam.